my darlings, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a requested video, which is my brows. So I just have foundation and powder and my brows on today because I am filming a makeup tutorial for the 1st of July. You will see that first, and you guys will see this one probably sometime in mid-July. Yeah, I hope that you enjoy this little mini tutorial and stay tuned. So I'm in a couple of different groups and I have been asked for a brow tutorial. I don't have brows, as you can see. This is what I'm working with. I have very sparse, like I have kind of an outline that I can work with, but nothing great. So right now I am out of the pencil that I usually use, which is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. So I picked up the Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is the shade Dark Brown, and this has a spoolie on one side, and then the reason I like these is it's very tiny. You get a really precise line with it. So basically, eyebrows are sisters, not twins, and mine are definitely, maybe they went to the same family reunion together. I don't know. But anyway, we're just going to start with, basically I just start making strokes kind of at the bottom of my brow and then kind of follow it up, and I brush what little hairs I have up. If they're starting to get a little bit long, I will brush them up, and then I will just use some little scissors like this, and they're kind of curved, so they're like cuticle scissors, but I like them because they're curved, and I'll just brush them straight up, and then I'll just trim. Mine goes straight out now. I used to have big, like Brooke Shields caterpillars on my face, but the 90s happened, so I pluck the mess out of them. But anyway, I just continue to create strokes with it, and then I create a tail. So then I kind of go back and forth, just kind of making that line darker, and then from where this part like ends, I just kind of take and go down to meet that tail to create that point, and then I kind of backfill. Does that make sense? And I don't do my brows the same every time. So like I kind of start with my arch sometimes, because I have a tendency to do this on this side. I can't lift my brow on this side, like I just look silly trying to do that. But this one I can arch it up like that. So I have to be careful not to do that, or else I will have one like this and one like this. Sisters, not twins, but you still want them in the same family. So basically I go in and I just lightly fill in my brows with the pencil, and then I brush and fill and brush and fill until I get kind of what I want, and I leave the front area alone because I switch over to my Urban Decay brow blade, which is this one, and this was in my June favorites. Y'all know I love this one, but I'm out of the pencil, which the pencil was okay. Nothing to write home about. But this one I really like for making the hair strokes in the front part of my brow, and then I just kind of carry it through my brow. And then sometimes I tend to shave off the tail and just create, you know, a new tail, and I'll use this as well. But this is basically the shape that I go for, and then I go from there. So I hope that this helps someone and you can create, you know, at least some semi-matching brows. But if you don't have anything to work with, you want to take like a pen or a pencil or a makeup brush or something thin and kind of go at the edge of your nose and straight up, and then you would like make a dot right there, and so that would be like your starting point. And then from your nose across your pupil, that would be where your arch is, and then from your nose to the end of your eye, that would be where your end of your eyebrow ends. So you would have a dot here, a dot here, and a dot here, and you would just connect the dots. Some people's noses may be too wide to where it's, you know, it doesn't look right. Just bring it in a little bit. As long as you have the same distance between your brows and you don't have like a unibrow going. Something that you could do if you don't have any brows, you know? So once I get the pencil how I want it, then I go in with my brow blade, draw the strokes, and then I use a powder. And I'll show you. I obviously can't talk and do this at the same time. So this one tends to never match because it kind of goes straight up, and this one kind of goes straight like out. So I have to counteract that by looking straight at a mirror and kind of bringing it further down than where I would normally place it, to try and get them semi-close. Like I said, sisters, not twins. So yeah, so we'll just ignore this brow and we'll work on this one, because I want to show you guys what I do next. So I fill it in as much as I want with the shade I'm using, and then I will switch over to the brow blade, and I will just go in and get really close to my mirror. Hopefully I won't block it where you guys can't see. So I'll get really close to my mirror, and I will kind of rest my chin on my wrist and do super, super light strokes. And you have to hold your breath. That's just a prerequisite. Whew. No, I'm kidding. But when I do my brows, I tend to hold my breath, because at this point, like, I don't want to mess them up, you know? So I also darken that line that we placed at the base, and I run it through my brows just to fill in any sparse areas. And then to get my tail really sharp, I will take it and run it just down to get the tail really, really sharp. So as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see the strokes or not. Basically, that's how I do my brows. And then to set everything, I don't really use like a brow gel, because I don't really have that much hair to use a brow gel. I do have a brow gel, but I don't really use it. I like using the NYX eyebrow cake powder, and this is in the shade Brunette, and it just comes with, sorry it's gross, it comes with a wax and two shades, a lighter and a darker. And so what I will do is I'll take the darker one and I'll just use an angled, this is an e.l.f. angled, small angled brush from e.l.f. and it's just an angled brush, and it's thin, so I like it. And I'll just tap into the darker one, and I don't tap it off, and then I just kind of start in the middle and work through my brow. And then I'm really careful about that tip. And then I just take my brush and I clean it off on a towel, and then I go into the lighter shade, and then I kind of just make strokes but bigger, and then I go sideways with it, because my brow is usually about the width of that. So I just kind of go sideways with it, and yeah, it kind of wipes off a little bit of the brow blade that you did, but it kind of makes it a little more like natural hairs. And then of course I go back over any areas that I don't quite like, and or if I get some up there. And then you can always take a concealer and you can carve out underneath your brow using like a flat brush. Basically, I take this one and I get a little bit of my concealer or my eye primer, whatever it may be, and I just kind of clean up underneath my brow and carve it out. And that's something that you can do if you're really looking for a super pristine, sharp line. So for every day, pretty much, that's how I do my brows. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this little mini tutorial, and hopefully that it helps somebody. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.